Ever since the rise of Hollywood and celebrity culture, certain celebs have earned their status as fashion icons. Magazines and tabloids capitalized on the celebrity fashion craze, releasing detailed breakdowns of every outfit and asking who wore it best. At every red carpet event, one of the first questions asked during celebrity interviews is, "What are you wearing?" The influence celebrities have had on the fashion industry is undeniable. It's therefore unsurprising that women and young girls interested in fashion keep a close eye on what the rich and famous are wearing, hoping to emulate their style. For one group of teenagers in the early 2000s, this fascination became an obsession. Leveraging their cyber sleuthing skills, this crew was able to identify windows of opportunity in which they could break into celebrity homes and rob them of their expensive clothes, jewelry, and cash. For nearly a year, these teenagers systematically targeted celebrities who they deemed fashionable, making off with millions of dollars in stolen goods. Today, we will uncover the story of the Hollywood burglar crew infamously known as the Bling Ring. The year is 2008. America, like the rest of the world, is facing a global financial crisis. During this time of turmoil, a group of teenagers in the Los Angeles area turned their focus to the stars: what they were wearing, what they owned, and how they could steal it. Using their skills in social media and cyberstalking, the group targeted celebrities they admired, breaking into their homes and escaping with millions in stolen goods. This might sound familiar, as it is the plot of the 2013 film The Bling Ring. However, what some may not realize is that this movie was inspired by real-life events. How did a group of teenagers become some of the most notorious burglars in Hollywood? Today, we are uncovering the story of the Real Bling Ring, a group that targeted the A-listers of Hollywood for nearly a year. Rachel Lee, a Calabasas resident and graduate of Indian Hills High School, was the mastermind behind the group. Rachel was a self-proclaimed fashionista who grew to be obsessed with the lavish lifestyles of the rich and famous. Using her social skills, Rachel easily recruited fellow classmates and acquaintances to assist her with her escapades. Nick Prugo, one of Rachel's closest friends, became involved in her unorthodox shopping trips while the duo were still in high school. They would steal wallets from parked cars, and on one occasion, they burglarized a home in Woodland Hills, using the money to fund shopping sprees on Rodeo Drive. As their confidence grew, so did the scale of their crimes. Shortly after, other teenagers joined in. These included Indian Hills High School student body president Diana Tomeo, It Girl Alexis Nayers, and others such as Courtney Ames, Johnny Ajar, and Roy Lopez Jr. Together, they formed a crew that became experts at targeting celebrity homes, looting expensive clothing and goods, and reselling their contraband for profit. One of the group's first major targets was hotel heiress Paris Hilton. The Bling Ring raided Hilton's mansion on numerous occasions, possibly as many as 6 times. They were able to steal millions in clothes, jewelry, and cash. Initially, Hilton did not notice the missing items. It wasn't until a major heist involving over $2 million in stolen goods, mainly jewelry, that Paris finally reported the crime to authorities. Still, the Bling Ring remained at large. Hilton was not the only celebrity victimized. Rachel Bilson was another celebrity the Bling Ring targeted, and they were able to escape with so much clothing that members of the crew tried to sell it off on a local boardwalk. Orlando Bloom was also targeted, mainly due to Rachel's obsession with his girlfriend, Miranda Kerr. Kerr was a Victoria's Secret supermodel, and Rachel was dying to get her hands on Kerr's lingerie collection. While the Bling Ring used Johnny and Roy as fences for selling stolen goods, they also kept favorite items from each raid for themselves, using the stolen clothing to elevate their own fashion and status. Allegedly, at one point, Diana's entire wardrobe consisted of stolen apparel. By late summer of 2009, the group had slowed down on their burglaries. Leader Rachel Lee had moved to Las Vegas to live with her father. Authorities still had no leads in the case, and it's possible that they might have gotten away with their crimes if it weren't for Rachel's obsession with one celebrity. Since the beginning, Lindsay Lohan had been Rachel's biggest style icon, and therefore her prime target. Despite having moved away, Rachel returned home in August of 2009 to raid Lohan's home with her old crew. Several members of the Bling Ring were apprehensive about this escapade, having noted security cameras present on the property. Rachel did not care. She was determined to pull off this dream heist. The expression, honor among thieves, did not hold true for the Bling Ring. Alexis Nayers, who had allegedly only participated in one burglary at Orlando Bloom's home, provided police with an anonymous tip. After reviewing the security footage from Lohan's home, in conjunction with the tip Alexis provided, authorities arrested Nick Prugo. Following his arrest, Nick confessed, and he was quick to give up his partners in crime. Eventually, the entire crew was arrested, but by that point, they had stolen well over $3 million in cash and property from the homes they'd raided. In the trials that followed the arrests, each member faced their own charges. Rachel was sentenced to 4 years in prison for multiple counts of residential burglary. Johnny Ajar, though not directly involved in any of the robberies, was charged with 10 felony counts and sentenced to 3 years. Nick Prugo, whose confessions sealed the fate of the crew, faced multiple charges with a maximum sentence of 6 years for each count. As for Alexis, she pled no contest to her charges, fearing Orlando Bloom's testimony would worsen her case. Diana also pled no contest for her involvement in the Lindsay Lohan robbery. The Bling Ring story became a media sensation, inspiring films and articles such as "The Suspect Wore Louboutins." This group of teenagers took "steal their look" taglines from celebrity magazines literally. Beyond the glitz and glamour, their story serves as a reminder of the dangerous allure of fame and fortune. What drove these teenagers, some with exceptionally bright futures ahead, to risk everything for designer bags and clothes? Was it a thirst for fame? A rebellion against the societal elite? Or was this simply greed masked as admiration? Whatever motivated these teenagers, they were eventually brought to justice, though not until they had wreaked havoc all over the hills of Hollywood. With the media's obsession over celebrity fashion, it's easy to fall into idolizing a lifestyle that is beyond comprehension to the average person. Though fame and fortune certainly have their perks, it is not without a dark side. There's nothing wrong with admiring or even emulating a celebrity's style, but the Bling Ring allowed their obsession to consume them, spurring them to commit crimes that clouded their morals. The next time you find yourself loving a celebrity's look, stick to copying their style in a way that won't land you and your friends behind bars. The real-life story of the Bling Ring and their Hollywood heists will remain as yet another tale from the underworld. Thanks for listening to Tales from the Underworld. If you're fascinated by the stories we uncover, make sure to hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. For even more exclusive content, head over to our website at talesfromtheunderworld.com and subscribe to our newsletter. You'll get insider access to deeper case details, early updates on new episodes, and more true crime content sent straight to your inbox. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and stay out of the shadows.